Hello, this is the Ein Yaakov from Art Scroll. So today we have a little something from it, some learning from it. Let's take a look at it now. So here is the Hebrew right here. And anyway, right over here. Here's the Hebrew up here, that's the Talmud. And here, this is what we can... Omar Rabbi Chia bar Abba. Rabbi Chia bar Abba said, in the name of Rabbi Yehoshua, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, anyone who, when waking up in the morning, performs his bodily functions, washes his hands, puts on tefillin, and then recites the Shema, and prays Shmona Esrei, is considered by the verse as if he built a Mizbeach, that's an altar, and offered a Korban upon it, and offered a sacrifice upon it. For it's considered by the Torah as if he built a Mizbeach, an altar, and offered a sacrifice upon it. So that's very important. That's a very great thing. For it is written, I wash in cleanliness my hands, and circle your Mizbeach HaShem. Tehillim 26:6. Psalms 26:6. The verse thus teaches that when a person washes his hands before prayer, he is considered to have circled the Mizbeach and offered a korban upon it. Because it says in Tehillim 26:6, I wash in cleanliness my hands and circle your Mizbeach HaShem. So in other words, it's a good idea that this is an important thing. You wash your hands before prayer. So it's as if you had circled the Mizbeach and offered a korban upon it. The Gemara continues, Rava said to Rabbi Chia bar Abba, does Master not hold that it is also considered as if he immersed himself, and purified his entire body in a mikveh? Rabbi Chia bar Abba replied, you have spoken well. Indeed. So in other words, if one washes one's hands before praying, it's as if one purified his entire body in a mikveh, in a mikveh. So you have spoken well. Indeed, we can show from the verse that it is considered as if he immersed and purified his entire body in a mikveh, since in that very verse it is written, I wash erchatz in cleanliness. I wash in cleanliness, which implies that he is washing his entire body, and it is not written, I wash erchatz my hands. In other words, erchatz, I wash in cleanliness. In other words, I am washing. So it's considered as if if it had said, I wash my hands, then it's specifically your hands, but it says, I wash. So in other words, it's considered as if he has washed his entire body in a mikveh, in the ritual bath, before prayer, which is also a very important thing, which is a great thing to do. The Gemara presents another teaching from this verse. Omar le Ravina le Rava. Ravina said to Rava, did the master see this young rabbinical student who came from the west, Eretz Yisrael? He came from Eretz Yisrael, and he said, someone who does not have water to wash his hands before prayer should clean his hands by rubbing them with earth, with pebbles, or with chips of wood. Rava replied, the student has spoken well, for it is written in the verse, I wash with water. For is it written in the verse, I wash with water? Does it say in the pasuk, that I wash with water my hands? No. It is written, I wash in cleanliness. So therefore, this implies that anything that cleans may be used to prepare for prayer. Therefore, a person can substitute something else when he does not have water. So therefore, one can use earth or pebbles or chips of wood to clean your hands before prayer, because it says, I wash in cleanliness my hands. It doesn't say I wash in water. It says I wash in cleanliness. Anything that makes your hand clean is suitable to clean your hands before prayer. And it's very important to clean your hands before prayer. It's as if one offered a korban upon it. One built a Mizbeach, an altar, and built a korban to HaShem, and and offered a korban upon this altar. So it's a very important thing to wash one's hands before prayer. So this is from Ein Yaakov, Tractate Berachos. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Take care.